Hi, my name is Eden Mogus. I'm a home-based therapist. There's 3 of us that do home-based therapy. There's Ann Flora and Wendy Shackelford. We work with highly intensive family that needs a lot of services. Suicidal kids that deal with juvenile systems, kids who have serious issues at schools. We're in the home 2 to 3 times a week. We work mostly for about 6 months with families. And we're really focused on the family systems and the strength of the family, and we're all over the place. We work after hours, so we're really working with the family at whatever schedule they need. So usually after their work schedule, after school. We really focus on their strength and bringing the community together for the family.
I'm Nate Green. I'm the clinical director at New Horizons. When the staff at Crisis Intervention do an assessment in the emergency room, their main function is to help to determine if the client needs to have a hospitalization or if they're okay to be discharged. Many clients are hospitalized, but most of them, after a crisis intervention assessment and some work with the client and family, are discharged to follow up with appropriate outpatient treatment. I think that's good, Tony?
Yes.
All right.
Hi, I'm Marcy Fields. I'm the Clinical Care Coordinator at New Horizons. Our outpatient services are a wide range of services offered in a range of locations to serve really all of our clientele. We have clients in our outpatient services ranging from people with some distress in their life right now, maybe a bump in the road, they're having trouble getting through on their own, all the way through to people that we have diagnosed as severely mentally disabled, people that need assistance daily in their lives to live a high quality of life and to keep their functioning at a high level. These services range from counseling to psychiatric services and case management services or community psychiatric support. The counseling services are offered here at our Granville Pike location. They're offered at our Pickerington satellite office in Pickerington. We have a counselors located in the Fairfield County Health Department, as well as a counselor that does some services at the JFS department. So we have a broad range of partnerships and locations that clients can receive the counseling service. We have a counselor that is trained and works with the Child Advocacy Center to specifically address children that have been through trauma and abuse. And our counseling services really can approach any client from child all the way to older adult. Our psychiatric services are also offered at our Granville Pike location and our Pickerington office. And our staff consists of psychiatrists, clinical nurse specialists that can also prescribe medication, and nursing staff. And they can evaluate people for medications that might help them with their psychiatric problems, and they can monitor that medication and even assist with programs for helping to pay for that medication. The other service we provide is commonly called case management. Technically it's community psychiatric support, and that's for people that are struggling with a little more difficulty. And these staff can actually go out into the community with them, into their home environments, into community settings, and teach them the skills they need to be successful in life, teach them how to cope with and deal and get into recovery from their mental illness, and also can link them to different variety of benefits, resources that they have in the community that they could be eligible for.
I'm Renita Tani, and I'm the Early Intervention Team Leader here at New Horizons. And I want to talk to you about 2 different components of our program in the Early Intervention Department. The first one is our traditional intervention services, and that's where social workers and counselors go into the schools and work with students in the school setting on a variety of issues. It may be that there's a group of students that are struggling with social skills, or maybe they have a low self-esteem, or maybe it's a student that is having troubles controlling their anger or having a lot of behavior difficulties in the classroom, or maybe students that their parents have gotten divorced or there's been a death in the family. And so we work with those students to help them develop appropriate coping skills so that they can be successful in and outside of school. We can work with students on a one-on-one basis or in a group setting, or actually that also can go in and do an entire classroom presentation. Our second component is our Teen Screen program, and that program was designed by Columbia University, and it's a mental health assessment tool that we use. And the way we implement it here through New Horizons is we go into classrooms and again do a classroom presentation to typically high school students and talk to them about signs and symptoms of depression and suicide and what they can do to get themselves help if they're experiencing those symptoms, or if they know of a friend that may be experiencing the symptoms and how to get their friend help. Then we send parental permission forms home, and as the parental permission forms come back, we sit down one-on-one with those students and do the actual Teen Screen program. And it's about a 10-minute mental health assessment that they do that looks for anxiety, depression, drug and alcohol use, or suicide ideation or attempts. And after they have completed that screen on the computer, then they sit with one of our Teen Screen coordinators and we'll talk about any issues or symptoms that they're having. And if needed, then the Teen Screen coordinator will contact the parents and refer that child out for a further mental health evaluation or counseling.
Tony Mata, Chief Executive Officer. One way we improve community health and well-being is through employee assistance programs, or EAPs. What an EAP is a vehicle both for a company and for the employees to recognize and address personal issues, emotional difficulties, life changes. It gives both employer and employee an opportunity to address those issues and resolve them. For the employer, it becomes an inexpensive benefit that they can offer to their employees. And for the employer, it also results in a workforce that's engaged, that's productive, and that's healthy. For the employees and their family members, it provides access to a mental health professional. It's typically paid for by the company, and again, an opportunity for an employee or an immediate family member to have somebody to talk to about a personal issue that might be uncomfortable for them or that might be affecting them in some way. Current clients include law firms, banks, manufacturing groups, healthcare agencies, human service agencies, and public employee groups.